He said she would be okay. I trusted him. He's a doctor. Why should a 70% chance she'll make it? My daughter was supposed to be that 70%. His mistake was not worth her life. Shannon, please stay.
Rita, I've stayed with you for almost a year. I've tried to help you, and you're not getting any better. I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't anymore. This environment is unhealthy for our son. I can't imagine what it's doing to him. 10 months of you stalking with the blinds closed. You can't even look at him. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, Shannon. I'm so sorry that you're a motionless waste of air. I'm sorry that you can't even grieve our dead daughter. I'm sorry you're too weak to help your own wife through this.
I did grieve. I watched her old home movies. I looked through every single one of our photos. I left flowers at her grave. I still do. I think about her every day. I choose to remember her as she was. I didn't isolate myself for 10 months in a cold bedroom. Don't you dare say I never tried to help you. Who was right by you the whole time? Who was right outside the door, waiting for you to let me in, Vita? Me.
Until now. After Shannon left with Sean, I had no one else. No one to talk to as a person. I didn't even have a name anymore. I was pitied as the woman with the dead daughter. Now I guess I'll be the woman with the dead daughter whose wife and 14-year-old son also left her, and she doesn't have enough money to pay her rent because she quit her job 10 months ago and relied on her wife. I thought Shannon was going to be there for me. I married her because she promised to be by my side for the rest of our lives. I mean, really, did she just expect me to move on? How could I ever move on from this? My daughter is dead because of an operation that wasn't even supposed to be a risk. Everyone assured me the procedure would go just fine. I knew the odds weren't as good as they should have been for me to trust them, but I did.
Mom, it's my decision.
I know, but I'm sure we can find another donor. I don't want you to go through the rest of your life like this.
This won't have any impact on my lifespan. If Sean doesn't get the transplant, he can die within a year. His cancer won't allow us to wait for another donor. I'm 18, and I have decided to help him.
She was right. There was nothing I could legally do. Rhea was braver than I could ever be. The only braver person I've ever known was Sean. There's a good chance we would lose him in this surgery. Even if it went okay, there was still a good chance he'd only live for a year. In the waiting room where I stayed during the 20-hour operation, I found myself running the stats through my head until it took less concentration than breathing. More than 80% of people survive 1 year with a lung transplant. After 3 years, between 55% and 70% of them are still alive. It is rare but not impossible for the transplant recipient to survive longer. However, people with one lung can survive a normal lifespan if they are in good health. It is still possible for them to have their remaining lung collapse or to develop breathing problems later in life. I swore I could feel my hair turning gray. Shannon was sitting next to me the whole time. The only difference between us was that she got to sleep. I looked up to see the surgeon talking to a nurse. The look he gave her made my blood run cold. I felt my brain go numb in my evening as she walked at me with sympathy in her eyes. Shannon and I looked at each other. I think that was the last time we made eye contact. Before she could say anything, we both knew Sean didn't make it.
Montgomery's?
Yes, what is it?
Are our kids okay?
The operation was successful for your son. However, for your daughter...
I felt the walls collapse around me. The words couldn't leave her fast enough. I was watching the word however float out in front of me and dissolve in anticipation of what was next.
Rhea's lungs collapsed before we concluded surgery. She went peacefully. We had time to give Sean the transplant, and things looked very good for him. I'm sorry for your loss.
There's nothing you can do to prepare for something like this. It wasn't supposed to happen. How could he have just watched her die? How could he have been so cowardly to send out a nurse instead of telling us himself? Is this just a day of work for him?
Rita, don't.
Miss Montgomery, I'm sorry for your loss.
What is this, huh? My daughter is gone. You killed her.
Miss Montgomery, I assure you it wasn't intentional. She went peacefully.
Ma'am, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to need to escort you out. We will call you when your son is ready to go home.
I can't live like this anymore, Shannon. I need to see him. Hello? Hello?
Who is this?
Come on, you know it's me. Please just listen. I haven't seen Sean in months. Please, just this once. I'm begging. Please.
You know you can't do this.
Please, he's my son too.
You always do this. You beg on your damn hands and knees. It's pathetic. You can't keep doing this. Vita, you can't keep calling me every other day.
He's all I have left. Can I at least stop by? God, would it kill you to let me have this?
Fine. Come by at 4. That's when I get off work. Bye.
Could we...
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Linda.
Would you mind helping me out?
I don't have too long. What do you need?
I can't quite reach my sugar bowl. Could you get it down for me? This blasted oxygen tank can't do anything with a tube shoved up your nose.
Sure, I'll get it down.
I heard you on the phone again.
Oh, huh.
You've been alone all this time. Why haven't you come over?
Sorry, Linda. I've just been busy.
Oh, I worry about you sometimes. I hear you down that hall screaming at the phone. For heaven's sake. I remember your daughter passed, but you haven't seemed to have the same sense. You used to be as chipper as a mockingbird finding a worm. Now you're nothing but shut in, yelling at the phone. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're out for that ex-wife of yours. The doctor, too. What's his name? Dr. Martin, was it? He's a good young man, you know. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He treated my grandson. Nice young fella. I'm sure he's been in as much pain as you have. The burden of life and death in your hands. I hope you can find a way to get better, Biscuit. You must be hurting. Remember, you can come by anytime. Bless your heart.
I'm sure, Linda. You've always been so kind to me.
Well, ain't you nice?
I never wanted it to be this way.
What was that, Biscuit?
My. The settings on your tank are all out of whack.
Oh, just leave it alone. I'll take a look at it.
I'm so sorry, Linda. You know too much.
Vita, can you fix it? This blasted tank.
I better head out. I'm meeting up with my son.
Vita, I can't get it. Vita, help me.
She knew too much.
Mom, what are you doing here? You weren't supposed to stop by until 4. I'm really not supposed to see you without Mom here.
Can't nobody visit her son without interrogation? I haven't seen you in so long. Didn't you miss me?
Mother,
Why don't you come with me for a little bit? Live with me. I get lonely sometimes. I got my neighbor Linda, but she's as good as dead.
that old, huh?
Right. But what do you say about moving back in? Or even better, I'll move in with you.
Mom, I'm not going back. Not until you change, at least. Ma, too. The court gave temporary custody to her because they knew you needed time. But just as sad as you are, you need to help yourself out.
How about Ma and I get back together? Then we can be a complete family again.
No, we're done. You and I, Ma and you, our whole family. Look. She's fighting for full custody, too. It's not all signed yet, but it's too late. You forever trapped in the past. Honestly, it's probably a 70% chance it's over.
I can't believe it. She doesn't care about our son, our daughter, only keeping him from me. 70%. 70%.
%70% in your favor. She'll be just fine. 70%.
What the hell are you doing?
70%.
Damn it, Vita. You've lost it. I said you could come over at 4. I was being nice. You're insane. You've been sitting here saying God knows what to our son. You don't even care. You're trapped. Trapped in a world with the dead. She's gone, Vita. It's over.
You never understood. You never got it. Oh, but I'm the crazy mother. I'm what needs to change. Let's sign the papers now. Nothing matters anymore. She's gone and so am I. You won. You won.
Mom, what are you doing? Mom, put it down. What are you doing? Mom.
Mom, I'll be okay.
Rhea, you never cared, Shannon.
BS. I don't care. You checked out. I was left to care for our son. What else could I have done?
The only thing you were brave enough to do was run away. You left me and you left our daughter.
Ma?
Come on, we gotta go.
What is wrong with you?
Just follow me and don't ask questions. Remember when things were different? When we were one happy family? Remember the day it fell apart? Here's the reason. That godforsaken doctor. Sure, he may say it wasn't his fault, it wasn't intentional, but there's no way. 70%. Now it's time he feels the pain she did. Ria's life slipping away, gasping for air, knowing each breath could be her last, until it was. An eye for an eye, a life for a life.
You're insane. You're insane.
You're just like your ma.
Then why'd you bring me along anyway?
You don't have a choice. Who will the police believe, me or you? An adult for a strangely 14-year-old. Exactly. Now, every year at 7 o'clock, many healthcare workers gather at St. Arthur's Cemetery, including the man who killed Rhea, Dr. Martin. Each of the doctors visit the graves of people they've lost. It reminds them of what they fight for, or something. Clearly it's not working on your sister, and Mother will be here. Now for you. I need you for protection. They won't shoot if I have you. They would shoot an innocent hostage. When I falls while the other drifting away, that's when you strike. Right over his grave. Give that son of a...
I'm sorry, I can't do this.
I don't think so. At 7 o'clock we leave here. Stay out for the perfect moment. Our car will blend in with the other cars there without question. Now I'm gonna get everything ready. If you dare move a finger, you'll lose everything you thought you had. I'd never hurt you, but once this is done, we can be free and happy.
She's lost it. Damn, Sean, thank you.
911, what's your emergency?
I don't have long, but you gotta help me, please. Please, can you be at St. Arthur's Cemetery?
Who the hell are you talking to?
At 7:15.
Sir? Sir? What is going on? Sir?
Do you see him?
No?
There he is. Over by Ria's grave. He's alone.
Mom, please, just think about this.
I have, Sean. I'm sorry you have to see this. Dr. Martin.
Yes, Miss Montgomery? I was just here to pay respects to your daughter. What was that? Miss Montgomery, drop the gun!
Why would I do that?
Miss Montgomery, I can assure you this won't help anything. Put down the gun. Please.
What makes you so sure?
You won't get closure with that gun. It won't bring her back. I know you think it's my fault. I would think the same if I were you. But it's not. I can't bring her back. I'm sorry, but this isn't what you want to do. Please.
Oh, God. Did you call the cops?
No, you would have seen if I did.
Mom, it was me.
Sean. Why?
I can't let you do this, Mom. He's innocent. Please, don't do this.
Ma'am, drop your weapon and put your hands behind your head.
Where'd he go?
Ma'am, do as I say.
Mom, let me go.
Trust me.
Ma'am, let him go and drop your weapon.
Mom, please, please.
I'll let him go if you arrest the man who killed my daughter.
Ma'am, I need you to do as I say, or you will not make it out of here.
I'm not letting him go until you arrest that man and let us go.
Drop your weapon, or we will be forced to shoot.
Listen to me! A burning pain taking over my right forearm, followed by a sudden weight collapsing into my arms. A heavy weight. I was holding Sean. The officer had shot me in the arm in an attempt for me to drop the gun. What happened instead is that with that bullet, every nerve in my arm contracted and shot down to my hand, where I involuntarily pulled the trigger. As the weight of his body caused us both to collapse onto the ground of Rhea's grave, I caught a glimpse of Dr. Martin over by one of the police cars. The last thing I said to Sean was, "Trust me," as did Dr. Martin to me before the operation. Am I the same as him? I felt myself being lifted onto a stretcher as Sean was pulled away from me and zipped up into a body bag. When I woke up, I was in an arm cast. I had been sentenced for life in prison for the murders of my ex-wife, Linda, and my son. I was handcuffed at Sean's funeral. I wasn't allowed to attend the other two. For the last year, I have been chasing a justice that I discovered to be an illusion made up by grief. Is it selfish to blame, or is it selfish to act? I did both. In my attempt to find justice for one life, I cost 3 more. The consequence of my actions is that I, along with Dr. Martin, are the only ones who survived them.